The Cavaliers are down 2 games in the finals. The Yankees are on a roll. And the Solo movie fucking sucked. And we talk about none of that on this podcast. Stay tuned after the musical drop. What up, what up, what up? I'm your host, BC Welfield. Welcome to Boardwalk Driving, the podcast encouraging you to stay off your phone while you are in the car. Put on a podcast, listen to some interesting topics, or non-interesting, like this podcast, and keep your eyes on the road. I'm joined today by Shane Blair, Armen Nickfosian, Lindsay Springer, Michael Krajny, and Michael D'Angelo, all employees at the Hollywood Improv, comedy club in Los Angeles. Yeah, we get right into it. This new format's kind of taken off. It's working out quite well. So we're going to see how it goes. We recorded this on June 3rd, 2018, and I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, bye.
I know a topic. Baddies, aka my type of girls that like me. Don't know why. They just do. I don't know why.
Baddies?
Like, I call them baddies, yeah. They're terrible. They're terrible human beings.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they're hot and evil. That's
yeah, they're so evil.
Who is it? I don't even know who you're describing right now.
The concept of baddies.
Girls with nipple rings, septum rings, tattoos, issues, major abuse issues.
So like girls who probably should have went lesbian but didn't?
No, more like girls who should have, not been born but did.
Ooh,
Girls who took
chicks.
2 hours to engineer an Instagram photo where their face is covered but super hot body on a bed facing a mirror they put there for the photo.
Right.
Oh,
It's very
and how
specific,
do you know?
But you
But,
nailed it, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
How do you know if you're a baddie? If all of your photos have a Snapchat filter, you're a baddie. If your phone is cracked, you're a baddie.
It's a full body nude where the phone's here.
What about a
Then
full
that's
baddie
bad
nude?
sign.
Is that what you just
No one
said?
knows. No one takes these things into account. Anyone? Well,
I said,
Baddie Pitt over here coming back at ya
Yeah.
with the puns.
do people know about it?
No.
But, like-
Hey guys, there can be two different conversations.
Yeah.
there's another
let's loop this
podcast.
in.
There's another podcast that's going on right next to us.
Yeah?
There's another podcast that's going on right next to us. That's what you're hearing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's competing podcasts over here.
we couldn't afford dividers.
We're just so successful.
Just happy to be
we
here.
just have podcasts at every table.
So, terrorism
It's
or against?
Wait, you guys really want to tackle those issues, or can we talk about these SoundCloud rappers flexing all day, but then wear the same clothes
Dude,
without showering?
The only
I don't
sound
know
the clouds
how.
should be making is thunder. You know what I mean? One up top.
Oh god.
That's what I think.
Oh, we have a special guest here.
A special.
I don't know if it's Spider-Man's gay neighbor.
Whatever you want it to be, baby.
Who do we have here?
Hey, wait. Can they see me? No.
We'll finally get some views.
But you know what though? I feel right just looking at the microphone though.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm supposed to look into the mic.
you're John Cena right now. They can't. No one
Special
can
Ed
see
Norton
you.
over here. Jeez.
I can tell when Armen's ever getting ready for like a real good punchline because he looks
talks
right at the
about-
mic. He's just
Yeah.
And I do the
You're gonna
Kobe
laugh,
fist.
Look,
I do the
look
Kobe
the mic in
fist
the
like
ball
I'm
sack
ready.
and tell me.
How long you guys been going for?
5 minutes.
Oh, cool.
5 minutes. Dude, we're almost
mic's
done, bro.
almost
Almost done, bro.
Dick.
Nice, dude. How's your?
10 minutes.
How's your bullshit? How's your bullshit, dude?
It's good. I got no complaints. I'm a lucky guy.
Dude, hey, for all the listeners, he's New York now.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
yeah. I saw that.
Oh, you didn't
on
don't
Friday.
worry
I
about
saw
it.
that.
Wait, you guys haven't brought me up this whole time? Nobody's talked about me yet? Nothing?
Nah, dude.
No.
We try to talk about people that matter first, but we'll
Like
get
a
to you.
stranger.
We'll get to you, dude. Don't
Like
worry.
Black Lives Matter, and then
It's gotta be
maybe
really weird
yours.
for you guys because I'm actually black, so.
No.
Wait, is he doing that? Is he
can't
doing
see
that
me.
here
None
at
of
the
this is
club?
gonna make
Is
any
he doing that
sense.
character at the
He
club?
hasn't
He hasn't stopped because he started at Chow.
I remember what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about customer service.
Spider-Man's gay neighbor?
Yeah, what's his name?
No, that's
Dude, New Yorkers suck. They never let the rest of the podcasters talk.
That's right. Yeah, you know.
Should I do the customer service?
Somebody's got to do it. Okay, nobody wants
First
to
of
be
all,
bad
they're
guys.
called
Seems to be
customer
bad guys.
servants, okay?
So I don't know if anyone else does this, but when I call customer service and get a shenane,
Nice.
I
dude.
just
Irish
hang up.
chick, Irish chick.
Shenane O'Connor. I just hang up. But if I get a Kyle, like, hey, what's your name, Kyle? Okay, good, very
And then
good.
he tricks you and
No,
it's an Asian
I want to make this as pleasant for both of us as we possibly can. So let's see what we could do about the bill, Kyle.
saying-
Let's see what we could do about the bill. Whereas
Are you saying that black people aren't good
Right,
at
it's
customer
definitely.
service?
Wait a minute, I thought it was an Irish lady.
I'm not saying they're not
Honestly,
good
though-
at it. I'm saying like most of the time they probably don't want to be at work or help people. So maybe, and I may sound like a racist here, but I'm totally.
Should get rid of him?
This
Should
is
get rid of him?
no.
Hey, listen.
No, we shouldn't get rid of
I'm
him.
gonna go back to the lab real quick. I'll be
But
back.
this is.
Back to the
I don't do a
lab.
lot of podcasts, but I'm gonna tell you right now, amateur move. Don't let him sit that close to the microphone.
I don't do a lot of podcasts, but I do a lot of pod races, and let me tell you.
But this is how there's been tests done, research done, all obviously by me.
It's okay. I got the gain up so I can hear everybody. That's
Yeah, bro.
I did.
you
bro.
don't need to talk into it. You
Yeah.
can hear all.
Why is everyone from New York now?
Listen,
I grew up around there, so it's just.
But
not,
I'm
it's
from
just not
Old
for
York.
me.
It comes out.
I'm from Old York.
We'll say
He's from New York, and I'm from Old York.
from Old York.
From York originally.
But that's like me turning into California
Yeah, I have to step
and
back.
just being
You were
all
raised in
laid
California, and I'm the only one who says, "Yeah, bro." Here.
But like you're like foreign.
It's actually
He's
now
foreign, I'm
bro.
Korean, he's Tuan.
It's actually bro now. So
Bro?
yeah,
Bro?
it was bro,
Is that
and then dude bro. Now it's bro.
You cannot take dude
So
away from the
if-
white.
Isn't it now like cha bruh?
Cha, bro.
Cha bruh.
Nice, dude.
I have never.
I'm not really into Indian food, but that sounds good. I'll have that. Nice, dude. You know, I also wonder how humor works, and
And comedy. That's why I
I
started
also
working
wonder how
here.
good jokes work, and we're all trying to figure out. Mostly you, but I feel like we're all trying to figure it out.
By the way, I'm a rapper now. I don't know. Y'all
Nice,
can't
dude.
see
Which
me,
candy
but
bar?
I
Which
got,
candy bar, dude?
I'm flexing with
That's
these
hilarious.
chains
Dude,
on.
guys.
So
How many chains you got, bro?
I got 2 chains.
Nice.
There used to be
Let's take
3,
Yeah,
but
you-
one broke.
Good.
Yeah, well, does your name rhyme with Shane? That's what I thought. Shane Blair got
What
it.
color are your
God.
chains?
Chain Blair
LeBron
over
chains.
here.
Shane Blair.
LeBron
Two chain Blair.
chains.
LeBron.
LeBron chain.
Joke's on you. It just is. I don't have a. It just is on you. That's all I'm saying. That's probably is. Let's figure
Jizz
it
on
out.
you? Is that what you just said?
Hey, listen. Not everything's about jizz. Okay. What's a better like? Instead of like .com or
Actually,
.net or
everything is about jizz
Is
because we
.com better or
came from
.jizz better?
Yeah.
Both 3-letter.
I think .com.
.com.
Why is not all porn
.com, right?
Yeah.
Or .jizz. These are the topics. People are worried about hunger and stuff. Are you kidding? Like, no, .com or .jizz. Which one's better?
Ducko.
.gov?
.gov.
That was not part
Because
of
there's
the...
.co now.
We're talking
Well,
about
there's a million.
.com.
There's
There's a million,
.me.
right?
You can get anything.
There's
Is there a .com? Maybe there is.
With a U.
Probably.
So.
If not,
I bet that's really good porn.
If not, you can probably buy
That's
it.
probably where they do the child pornography.
But when are black people gonna have?
Wait, where do they do the
dots
child pornography? I
and
just pulled out my notebook.
Kids.com.
Hold on, it's right.
Wait, I got
the
my
pen's writing
I
now.
got the pen out. Where is the child pornography?
It's www.kids.com.
Nice, dude. I'll write that down. I'm Armen.
What if that was? Yeah, what if it was like
I go by Lil Armen.
Oh, that's so messed up, dude. Why would you do that?
That's
I'm
too-
Shane.
Hey, Siri,
I'm Armen. Because they're
remind me to
people too.
visit
They need love.
kids.com later. Can you check that out?
Oh, by the way, this is some news
You're
I
a
found out
pervert,
today. Mick Lovin.
Oh, yeah.
It was his birthday
37
today.
today.
and
It was
he's
37. We saw that.
37?
Thank you, Seth Rogen.
37
We all
today,
follow
yeah.
Seth Rogen.
Not-
We
not-
do,
Wait,
yes.
he was 27 when Superbad came.
Dude, Matrix.
right.
I've been
No,
telling people.
well, the ID.
Do you realize
No, the
this is,
ID.
It's his ID.
not the
yeah,
actual.
What's the
But it's
name?
still probably 10 years old.
McLovin what? It's just McLovin. Is it Madonna?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Muhammad.
man.
Yeah, Muhammad.
It is Muhammad. Yes, Muhammad McLovin. Yeah.
That's right.
Nice. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. No, I was actually saying today, this is unbelievable. This is how old and pathetic we are. The Matrix next year, 20 years old.
20?
20 years old. 99. Isn't that unbelievable? Same with Fast and Furious. 99.
Oh man, you know what?
Star
We must
Wars.
have
so
taken
Menace.
That's 2000.
we must have taken the red pill because that
No.
went by pretty quick.
Was it
It's
99?
not
Dude,
doing-
ignorance is bliss.
99.
I thought
Ignorance
Phantom Menace was 99.
is
It was.
I don't think. Oh wait, and you know what? You're right.
No,
You're
Phantom
right.
Menace was 99.
You are right. You're right. 99. Yeah, that was the highest-grossing Star Wars movie. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong now. After the new ones, I don't know, but it
Why
was
they
for a
made
while.
that whole song? Party like it's 1999.
Dude, and I've already made a pod race reference earlier, so like we are doing okay. And this is the second podcast in a row where we've talked about something from Phantom Menace. So
I think you're forcing that on it though. I think you're like it's like a Me Too issue.
force.
You're
Part of,
forcing.
force?
You're forcing
That's just
this issue.
That's just part of his natural repertoire
Repertoire.
of vocabulary.
Dude, I love
He's
French people, but I
stuck.
don't speak French.
You know-
How many
I'm gonna
times have
say-
you watched your doppelganger in Solo?
I have not seen Solo.
Oh, it's too soon.
It's too real.
Do you,
Guys,
do you just see
It's
you?
too much.
I have watched
exactly
that
like
movie.
my life.
I've watched that movie 1,000 times every time I look in the mirror, dude. Like the whole movie.
For the listeners out there, go to shaneblair.gov. You'll see.
No,
Shane-
.com.
.com.
We already established .com. That's where my website
You'll
is.
see what Shane looks
It's a
like,
church.
and he looks just like Han Solo, but the new one, obviously, not Harrison
But I have the
Ford.
grumpiness of the original Han Solo.
Well, the kid from Ready Player One looks like fucking Han Solo.
No,
Or-
that kid looks like a
I mean a young-
mangled, mauled
the Ready Player One kid.
dude. A cougar like Darth mauled that guy.
No, he looks like
another
a
one, another
young
Darth
Harrison
Maul
Ford.
reference.
Another one?
in a row. Two
How many
podcasts.
can we are we allowed
Another one?
to have on a podcast?
Dude, we're gonna figure it out. Darth Maul of him probably.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Now we're getting subscribers.
Look, I think we're Ready Player done with this topic, and we should.
So how do topics work, dude? I haven't figured it out.
Armen, what's the next topic, bro?
Yeah, dude, the topic.
You're the
did.
what?
He just
We did.
straight went into his
Hot
set.
topic.
So
We did customer service. We did, well, sort of.
You did it.
Really, thank you for your service.
Because it's actually, it goes a little racist, but I mean, the truth is out there,
Usually
guys.
doesn't. Classic Armen hates all the races.
No, I don't.
Come on, you're Armenian, right?
Cheers.
Yes.
Okay, you guys think you're like.
No, we're not.
And I don't mean you guys.
We're not
It's
the
pronounced
Jews.
you people.
okay?
You people, I'm sorry.
We're not
gonna,
the
we're gonna be
chosen
racist.
ones.
Let's talk to somebody from the Midwest who's like
right.
born up racist.
From Florida.
Oh shit,
That's-
Trump.
I'm from the middle.
Oh, and used well. But no, like that's the Aryan race. Like you guys are superior, right?
Look, we're
I
not.
mean, we're around friends.
Don't
No,
be,
no,
Calling
let's
out-
not be calling me Armenians Aryan. Okay, I just.
we actually
no,
are them, but
The-
anyway.
but no. This, I mean, like
We're from the Caucasus Mountains.
there it is. See,
I thought it was Mount Ararat. You guys just
But
hold
yeah,
up.
that's
We're
right.
My
holding
question-
Noah's
so my
Ark
question-
for hostage.
Basically.
my question is like,
all know that.
how are we,
We all
fucking
do?
up so bad? Sorry about that. How
No one's
Sorry, what
fucking up.
happened?
how do you like? No one's fucking up.
Look, I
We're eating
studied-
Tide Pods, buddy. Like we're fucking up.
Yeah,
I'm
but
using
that's
freaking
because.
pod racing.
But that's because teenagers are dumb, and they'll always be dumb, even when
Teens
you
didn't
were
vote.
a
No, they
teenager.
won't.
You're
They
probably
can't
doing
always
dumb
be
shit.
teenagers.
Yeah, teens didn't vote.
No, I know, but at one point people grow up, you know.
Whoever voted was dumb.
Yeah, they do.
I think they all have
mean,
the
not
two-parent
everybody.
complex.
I mean, depends. Like,
Look at you. Do you feel like you're grown up wearing what you're wearing right now?
By the way, guys,
Yes.
he's wearing a baby costume.
He's got a big.
Bib.
He's got a bib. He's got the pens on.
I got chains on, bro.
more like it's
I'm
time to
flexing
change.
extra hard.
Need
It's
your
time for you to be
binky?
changed.
You
is
want
what
your
it is.
binky?
Yeah.
Little Arm wants his binky.
Okay.
I'm banky, bro.
See a cranky.
You should put pictures in the. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
to disprove your image. Is that
Dude, this reminds me of the child pornography conversation because we were talking about babies.
You know, one day though, I
callback.
hope, like the way things are going, I feel like
Maybe they're right.
I have a
What we're
dream
talking about.
that one day I will
didn't.
be able to say the N word, and
dude,
I
nice,
feel like that's what Martin Luther King was really going
Really
for.
saying.
Because we're all equal, right? I feel like I could throw that out there, and
Dude,
you lost all
Oh
your
my
black.
god, I'm fucking back.
2018 is the wrong year for that. White people found out hard.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
You can't even go to a concert and repeat the lyrics that the guy wrote on stage when he asks you to,
But
without getting in trouble for saying that.
But
word.
here's the thing. Post Malone says the N-word. No one's said anything.
You gotta get barbed wire
Lil
tattooed
Pump.
on your forehead.
That's the prerequisite.
Lil Pump says
What are you gonna
it.
do to those guys?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
These are all birth names, by the way.
Yeah, Tekashi 6ix9ine says it, and he's Puerto Rican, but still.
Dude, I prefer rich Ricans because Puerto Ricans have no money, dude. They've got no money, dude.
Wow. God.
It's so gross, dude.
Wow,
Like, they're
you're the
just
LeBron
gross.
James of this.
You know that
podcast
open mic
right
is
now.
still on, right? You can
Okay,
still
I'm
go
gonna
up.
just do a line to this.
Nice, dude.
Sound effects.
Nice, dude. No chopping noises. I like that.
No, this
right
is
into it.
You
straight
are the worst
powder.
fan
Yeah,
of mine.
there's just a pile of it.
There's a
What you
Cut
gonna do
lines.
with all that powder? Okay. All right. Okay. There you go. That's two. That's yeah. That was him. That was a woodpecker. Don't ask. Nobody's chopping up anything. That was a woodpecker.
Charlie Chaplin over here. No,
Okay.
I do the celebrity puns. Okay, the celebrity puns.
Charlie Chapman was cool, but Gnarly Chapman, he did a lot more stunts. I mean, let me tell you, that was a stunt man, Gnarly Chapman. That's really good joke, guys, and I didn't get enough laughs. I guess I feel betrayed.
Wait,
I'm gonna
won't the
need you guys to
laughs?
participate more.
Won't the laughs come from the listeners? Like,
I
you just have to have confidence.
If you want something done right, you do it
He's not
yourself.
satisfied unless he can hear.
Oh, you want us to laugh?
If you're not, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. That's why I laugh at my own jokes.
Just put a laugh track under this.
There you go.
Make but only when
No.
only when you talk. No, just for him.
Dude, insults
And like
are cool, but I just prefer talented comics.
We're not
dude, like,
in front of a live
Yeah.
studio
And like-
audience.
Everything was just silent.
Like full clap too, like full steal from Full House whenever they like just cut that in. No, I love you though. Don't roll your eyes at me.
Oh, nice. You're trying to get the audience because they can't see to think that I'm.
I would lose them immediately if they could see you.
A roller-izer?
Did I say roller eyes?
No, you said I
roll
rolled my
your
eyes,
eyes.
but now they have to believe it because they're just listening. And really, what I did was I said, "Bless you, my child," and I blessed your years, blessed you with many years. But he's like, "Oh, don't roll your eyes at me." So now they think I'm just a jerk.
You're a roll your eyes.
I
Or
gotta
You're
take
a
my
roller
blessing back.
eyes. It's a German.
he's a
word.
roller guy.
Roll your eyes.
Well, now he's gonna die.
It's German. It's German.
Why'd you
Guys,
do it in that accent?
You know, I'm glad we've talked about so many different things because we haven't. We haven't talked about anything.
Give us a topic. Oh wait, can I go back to the? For you people who want to say the N word. By the way,
Oh no, let's not do this.
Those people
Let's
are
not.
awful.
Let's not do
Those
this.
people are
I
awful.
keep saying you people.
Wait, which
Just,
word is that? Which one? Which
however you
one?
wanna say it.
No.
However you want to say you
Yes, sir.
people or they or whoever.
It's pronounced coloreds.
What if?
Oh god.
Okay, great.
Oh god.
What if the KKK was just misunderstood and they were just like
No.
white
Okay,
guys?
okay.
Hold on, stay
Listen.
with me here. What if they were just white guys who were
Listen,
like
Kanye.
super
What if they
Let's
all just
not-
were
the
dressed
white?
up as
Wait,
ghosts?
has he already said this?
I feel like they were all
If they
dressed
were
up
Kanye
as
said
ghosts for
slavery was a
Halloween, and they all
choice.
just got lost together.
No, not about
Like,
the choice,
whose
but like, what
choice?
if they just were like super pro the First Amendment and just really wanted to say the N word, and they felt like they were being.
But to them, it meant
Here's what
totally
I
different
think.
thing.
Here's
what the KKK
here's what.
But I mean, and they're marching and they're doing like.
Here's
they're-
what I think.
They
though.
were using that word pretty religiously.
So.
But they're being shamed for it. I think like the whole march.
I don't think they cared.
You're right,
bro.
dude.
No,
Hey,
I know.
to the
I mean, I'm not
listeners-
saying that it's actually what they're saying. I'm
never
like,
have 4 people
in a fun
in that
hypothetical
podcast ever.
world.
There's only 3 Ks.
Yeah,
What's the
that's,
fourth one?
well, that's not
down
as
here?
fun of a hypothetical world as I'd like to live in.
All right, you're
Where
right.
the,
I
where the KK was just sadly misunderstood.
And I bet you there are a few
For their
people in the
vocabulary.
KKK for the wrong reasons,
I
like
feel like
thinking they're just
like
there
they
to
were
be
just
the
dressed
N-word.
up like ghosts for Halloween, and they showed up and they're like, "Hey, there are a lot of ghosts
Yeah, they were
dressed. A lot of people are dressed up like ghosts here today."
They were
Buddy, where's your dunce cap? You
And
didn't
they're like,
design-
"Why is that
You
cross
haven't
burning?"
complete. You're so close, but you got to complete it with this hat.
Why is that cross
They
burning?
were,
Oh, this
they were-
isn't Halloween at all.
Day of the Dead fanatics, you know?
Oh, God.
Really
No,
appreciate
Day
And
of
to
the
all the
Dead was,
listeners, you can donate now to the KKK.
Just go to kkk.com.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Subscribe to the
But back
many
to
child pornography channels.
Kanye real quick.
Okay,
He said
that's-
that
yeah.
slavery was a choice, but what I think is he probably took some DMT And then he remembered the time he got tricked into a timeshare, and he was like, maybe the slaves, like, they can't, like,
Really?
like, people went to Africa, they're like, yo, we got this timeshare in in America, like, you'll just have to, like, work forever, but you'll have a house and this and that. And they
And
thought it was
no
a good
benefits,
deal.
bro. You'll love it.
They thought it was a good deal, so they're like, yeah, sure, why not? Then they went
Wait,
on
you trying to
boats.
compare slavery to timeshares?
But
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying,
is. Yeah, he is.
not me. I think Kanye
And
was
if you
trying
act
to.
now, we'll throw in an
Take
extra
the stage right, by the way.
way.
You gotta let him. You gotta let the people know when he comes and goes.
Well, why were there no midget slaves? You know,
Wait, what?
I think
That was
they
your.
built-
That was your
That's,
punch.
I'm pretty sure
that's
they
Byron
just, they
Bowers,
just
by
picked
the way.
tinier cotton. I'm pretty
You
sure
just-
there were.
They were in charge of getting the cotton.
They just built tiny railroads. Where do you think all the little rides came from in Disneyland?
They just imported
Those
them.
were
That's
tiny slaves, dude. They built tiny railroads for tiny, and now we ride them because we think it's fun.
I'm laughing too hard at that.
This is facts, dude. This is American facts, bro. Look it up, dude.
America, the youngest country
It is, dude.
in the planet Earth.
Nice, dude. That's
Those are
I think
that's
it's
the
the
motto,
only
bro.
planet.
That's our motto.
those are real ones.
Or what did what is it? Rogan say? It's like America's only 3 people years old.
Yeah.
People live to be 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Dude,
I
it's just
mean,
nice that we finally figured it out just now, because like otherwise people wouldn't know. But now we do, and that's how.
but that's like saying Europe is advanced, way more advanced because they're older.
Europe. How about Maya? Nobody's talking about that.
But are they advanced? No, because I've been there.
Nice.
They
Once-
pretend not to know English. They know English.
How long have you?
It's
Wait,
called
where
England.
did you go
I'm
exactly?
pretty sure they know English. It's called.
Well,
England.
not. I didn't. I was in Germany, or what they
Nobody
call it,
pretends.
Deutschland,
Oh, dude, what a bunch of losers, dude. It's called Germany.
I know.
Like, get a job.
and Alemania. Actually, also,
What does that stand for?
it's Germany.
Alemania?
Yeah, Alemania.
Dude, they're so confused. Like, it's called Germany.
Not like the Arab version, not Allah Mania, but it's like Alemania.
Nice, dude.
I'm just saying.
Alamania is what it's
very.
becoming now, though. We're not gonna go there. That's a good joke. You smiled and
That's
you
what Hitler was trying to prevent, actually. But
And that's why, again, if you donate to the Hitler campaign, 2020, Hitler
cents of your
2020, you
dollar.
heard Armen.
with just a cup of coffee, you can save a Nazi.
Racism and sound effects.
You know what?
Whole show now.
It's about time there was a racist podcast. It's about time.
Right? Like, there's a market.
Oh yeah. By the way, getting back to your whole Kanye bullshit. Look, he's just taking the
He's a
Trump
crazy
brand. You think Trump doesn't know that he's just fucking with people? You think this guy is
I
like
actually do think
you?
I think people oversimplify the guy.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Like he says this shit like he's not this.
If he's
been
a bigger
alive,
idiot
he
than everyone else, then how does he get elected? Like,
Yeah.
Bro, don't even.
Kanye-
We're on Trump now.
Kanye's saying this shit, and he's all like, "Oh, if Trump's getting away with it." That's why I think the whole handshake before he was even
pulls him in?
sworn in.
Oh,
Yeah, he's all
what a
like,
power
"Are we
move.
doing this later?
What a
Let's do
power
this in a
move.
year.
Look,
Let's see. If you're still in office, I'm gonna fucking back
Look,
you up."
if Trump was a Marvel character, he would definitely be Thanos, because if there was an option to like save the world or murder by murdering half the population, he would do it.
Is that not
He
the
would
right
do it.
answer, though?
No, he wouldn't.
You
Is
know,
that not how you solve problems?
that is,
Most people
but
don't need to
also,
be here.
and that's why in the last podcast I said, if people want to die, who
What
are
do you
we
do?
to play God?
What do you do to mass murderers?
They could.
What do you
if
do
they
to
want.
mass murderers? You kill them. They can't. They're a mass murderer. They're
You
crazy.
send him to space, bro.
Send them to
This
space.
ain't fucking Superman.
Send him
We
to
don't have a
space.
fucking Pentagon.
This guy just said
that
Neil
traps
Armstrong was a
people in
murderer,
light
dude.
out in
You know what we should
This
do?
guy just
Should've
said
sent him
Buzz
to
Aldrin.
space.
This guy just
But you
said
don't know.
Buzz
You know what we
Aldrin
should
was
do
a
for
murderer.
mass murderers?
No,
'Cause
I'm
they
just saying,
already
like,
have
no,
it
look,
taste
look.
of blood. Send them to war, but just by themselves as like a
No, fuck
yeah.
you.
No,
Oh, you
that'd
mean
be
like an arbiter of war?
like the
a
one
sacrifice?
guy. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like
It's
that.
like,
You
okay,
still gotta kill him.
you're gonna go in this building and you're gonna have to try to
Yeah,
kill
and then you
everybody.
regain your honor. Yeah, I always thought that. I've
basically.
actually always thought
You're
that.
just trying to make Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And actually,
Wait, hold on. Describe it. Hold on. Describe it real quick. What is it?
Okay.
How would you, if you were gonna do it, how would you describe it?
Like, let's say there's a person that wants to shoot up a school. Be like, hey, man, I know you want to shoot up a school, but let's say...
What if you just shot up some
Hold on.
fools?
Go.
We can helicopter you, land you into, like, an enemy base,
LZ,
and
yeah.
it's up to... We'll give you all the guns you want, and you just have to go and play your Call of Duty real quick with one life only. And
Yeah, they did that already. It's called the Marine Corps.
I know. but do it
From a
But
Marine,
do
that's
it to
hilarious.
the people that want to set up a. It would be cool because it'd be like set up a body.
Fun, though.
Hey, you
You
just
get,
set
like,
up a little
really heavy
recruiting
shit
station.
together.
You
Dude,
just
we've
tell
got
them-
make
tell
that
them a bunch about, oh, you're gonna get so much pussy.
Yeah, dude. Oh, the uniform. Wait till you get the
All the
uniform,
girls
man.
love
Put
the
a
uniform.
body
You ever
cam.
find a gun, they're gonna give you your own gun.
Yeah, we'll pay for your college
Hey, though, you can
afterwards.
name your
Next
gun.
thing
But
you know,
you
it's
could
140 degrees.
You could
in
put a
Iraq.
body cam and then have.
Hey, you ever burn shit? You want to burn shit?
The Marines. have
But
taken
you
over
put a
the
body
podcast.
cam. There's people that would do this. There
No,
are
there's
people.
plenty of people right out of high school,
straight
dog.
to
Yeah.
number one.
Right out of high school,
Or
baby.
Straight
even,
out of
Bro,
high
we could go to the
school.
mall
He's
tomorrow.
saying,
the
he's saying
Marines.
right out of high school.
Yeah,
he's actually getting them while they're in high school. He's like, fuck junior year.
no, get the guys that want to shoot up the schools and be
Yeah.
like, hey,
No, we
if
hear
you want
you.
to shoot something up,
Yeah.
we have an idea.
Yeah, let's
And then-
give them just guns and be like, yeah, go shoot the people we want you to kill.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
then they're
answer.
gonna die
First one in
eventually.
never.
Well,
went
because
out.
these people are just so easy to control and just
Yeah.
Oh.
they always
Yeah.
follow exactly all the rules that
Brainwashing,
you
baby.
give
Just
them.
brainwash.
If they're so easily brainwashed, what if we send them over and then ISIS,
here's what
and
you
then
do.
they become
You
ISIS?
give them their own
Am I
flag.
the only
too.
one hearing the
You give them their own
facetiousness in his
flag.
voice?
Something
or
that
is
in the
that-
morning they gotta stand up and salute it, and at
No,
night they
there is no morning. They just
Yeah.
get sent over there.
Perfect.
Why would you?
Right,
All I
no,
see is our
Yeah.
chart rising.
Or 0 stars.
You guys are gonna need
the spraces
supply.
and-
You're gonna need
and
calm.
killing.
You're gonna need. You're gonna need your own band. You gotta have a football team, dog.
Wake up, figure it out.
And then other.
I'm in. I'm fucking.
Bill
in.
O'Reilly was
I wanna
around
be in the
you
band.
loving us
I
right
can
now.
bang the shit out of
Bill,
us.
let me tell you about this podcast.
That's,
Sorry.
that's deep, guys. We got. we got.
I'm sure no one could follow along to that conversation.
No, I don't think.
What are you
so.
talking about?
It's like
There's gonna be such
okay, if
hardcore
we have a
fans that
crazy
are like,
person,
no,
why don't
that
we
was
use
Shane's
them?
voice. I heard him.
Yeah, we've eliminated our military following just now.
With what point?
We just decided that people in the military are just child,
Not
like
the
just
smart
school
ones,
shooters.
baby.
Can I tell you? Right.
I didn't
Can I
say
bring us
that.
back?
I
Can
just
bring us
said the
back?
crazy
bring
one.
it back.
Let me bring it
Hey,
back.
let's
This is
bring it
what I
back.
would do with people who murder.
Yeah.
Okay? And really, well, I'm going to start with murder, but I'm
Because you already have the taste of blood, you know? Like, why not?
Wait, hold on. Let's get some more people on the line. He's gonna drop.
hello,
the
caller.
Yes.
No, fucking send them to space. And I know you're like, oh, you're calling Neil Armstrong.
That was a stupid.
Listen,
No,
joke.
because that
Yeah,
costs
Yeah,
money.
that's dumb.
That
Oh, it costs money?
costs
Yeah,
money,
because
that
then,
costs a
wait,
lot of money.
just shut the
It
fuck up.
costs
Because
thousands of
sitting,
dollars to keep people in prison.
can we
every day.
swear on iTunes?
No, you can't swear. What are you, a
Wait,
fucking
oh,
moron?
okay, so shut the fuck up then. You wait. So then sitting in a fucking room being rehabilitated for society is a good spend of our money?
No.
Fuck that. No, you put them in fucking space.
That costs way more money.
What costs
You
more
don't
money?
know that.
To
You
send
don't
someone
know.
to
You just
space.
think anything.
How do you know? How the
Hey,
fuck do you
Elon
know?
Musk
Send
did
it-
that
Because
shit
I
for 10
know.
years.
Send it-
Think about it. If it didn't cost that much money,
Musk got it, and
more
he taking
people
over
would
prison
be
system, bitch.
taking
I mean-
vacations in space, floating around. I know I would.
It's
I know it
fuel,
costs money
bro. Elon Musk is sending the same rocket multiple times. You're
talking about just
brainwashed.
dropping
What
someone
are you
on a planet
listening
and
to?
going, hey, you
I
know
wanna
how you fucking
float.
kids, you gotta
Where do
live
you
on this
read?
planet now.
Where do you read about
where we-
NASA?
I don't read.
Okay, so you don't know
We
what you're
just sending
talking
them
out
out.
your ass.
We just
What?
sending them out into space just to die, or what are we doing? We giving them
No, you
space?
send him
No,
to a
oh,
planet.
yeah.
I heard. Go. He's got a
Listen,
great
I
idea.
got a fucking idea here,
It'll
okay?
never work.
First
It's
of
a
all,
great idea.
first
That's
of
why
all,
it'll never work. It's a
Yeah,
great idea.
Let's not
It's a great
turn
idea.
New
Exactly.
York
Oh,
out
by
of
the way,
nowhere.
Wait, what is this common sense? I gotta lose the fucking
It's
rule.
such a good idea. Too many people got their hand in their pot already. Huh?
Listen. You're sending fucking both, okay? You're sending men and women who are fucking delinquents killing people. You're putting them in space, not fucking shuttles that you're seeing on TV. I'm talking like stations, okay? I know you want to interject right now. I'm asking you to repress
Yeah, I'm
that
waiting for
area.
him to jump in.
Listen,
He's dying.
no, he's holding on. He's listening to my thought here.
Just think about John Cena.
You
just hurry, though.
Okay, but you're sending them into space, okay? They're looking for more. We have Trappist 1, okay? Do you know what Trappist 1 is?
It's pronounced
Some sort
rapist.
of rapist.
That's great. Rapist 1 is 44 light years away, which means you gotta reproduce. We're sending people in a space station shuttle out there. They got to reproduce, okay? They're gonna repopulate that planet.
More crazy.
With more crazy people.
Fuck it, dude. Fine, but they're out, and they're gonna rehabilitate each other on that space thing while they're getting the fuck away from us.
Why don't you just...
What do you mean? What are they? Right now, what's the effort? They're just fucking wasting away in a cell right now.
But you're making it sound like what Britain did to colonize Australia.
Look at Australia! Don't you want to go to Australia and fucking play with the kangaroos?
Yeah, dude.
Spiders.
They did that.
Like spiders.
No, first of all,
I live
Australians,
next to a
you
spider,
love
okay?
Australians.
Listen,
You love
I live
Australians.
next to a spider. It ain't fucking cool. Okay?
Australians come
They're
to
quick
shows,
coming
comedy
through
shows.
windows.
Don't you lose the
Nobody
comedy.
played with kangaroos before the
telling
British
you.
got there. That's why
Too many, and you
they're
get to
so
shoot
kind.
kangaroos in
You're so
Australia.
fucking
It's
wrong about
open
that.
season on kangaroos. There's so
It's
many.
100% right. We stopped taking things
That
over.
costs so
I know,
much
that's
money.
the problem.
We got to America. It was the last unknown, and we're like, "Fuck, what do we do now?"
We
Let's
landed at Venice Beach. We're
Yeah.
like, this is chill.
fucking space, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Trappist.
Venice Beach landed on us.
We need to do what we do. We need to fucking go out there and explore.
All right, dude. Let's do it. Let me finish my beer, but let's do it.
I know. I told this thing.
go
I
do
told
this
this.
real
I
quick,
told this to a thing. Like I did this as a set, and
Bing
this fucking
doesn't
lady
work.
comes up to me after the set, and she's all like, "You know what? I think it's fucking disrespectful for you to say that because astronauts they go to college and they do a lot of shit."
And you were
they
like,
do a lot
no,
of
they,
shit." And
no,
I was
they're
like,
not. No, they're astronauts.
So what do you say?
I go, yeah, exactly. I was like, listen, the minute they shot a monkey into space, they lost all their credibility that it takes fucking shit to do
Yeah,
that
fuckface
shit.
put a car up in space. It's over now, dog.
Like,
He's like, hey, watch. You want to see
can't-
something cool? Watch
You
this.
can't.
Boom.
You
They're
can't. Say,
sending women to space, guys.
can't
Anybody
use-
can do it.
Oh.
You can't use. You can't use the M word
Careful. My mother
anymore.
was a
You gotta be
woman,
careful.
okay? Full blown tits and everything.
You gotta be careful with the word monkey now too. Also,
Oh, God.
so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A
a
monkey,
new
as in
N-word.
like an actual animal. we
Ask
imprison in
Roseanne. Ask
animals.
Roseanne. She said she called someone
Oh, that's true.
ape/monkey. Who knows? But
I was speaking of an actual. I wasn't. Is there
know.
a black astronaut? We should be sending black people up
they're
there.
called blackstronauts.
All
Okay.
of it.
Not all of them. That
I'm
went
kidding,
too
I'm kidding,
far.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
I have some black friends that I'd like to be.
We
out.
all know this will be edited out.
Look, we know they can't swim. What makes you think they could go to space?
By the way, I think
Come
the
on.
opposite of what you're thinking.
By the way,
We started-
guys, there's 60 black people in this room. It's fine.
I want everybody to know that I'm walking away from the
this is
podcast
what-
right now. This is me leaving. Goodbye.
Shane Blair tried to stop it, and they said no.
They don't. We don't. They. I shouldn't say they.
It's
I
called
should
you
say we
people,
because
you
I'm part of the
You
black
say
community.
we
I feel
people,
like.
they, those people.
Right.
Because
If you're gonna be racist,
Guys,
you
dude,
gotta be
I'm
right.
part of the
no, we.
Jax
I say
community,
we.
and let me tell you.
Yeah, like we people because
We the
like
people.
I.
So just assuming everyone thinks like you.
No, I identify myself as African American and
That
not
sounds like some
African
grinder
as
shit right
black.
there.
Okay.
I identify as.
You know, if everyone came from Africa, like originally the ancestors of like
We all did.
then we're all
It was called,
African American.
100%.
Wasn't it
Okay.
Patanogia or whatever?
Have you done the
Pangea?
23andMe?
Pangea?
Anyone? Am I the only
What's
one who's done
Patanogia?
23andMe?
It's like
I
a
think of
store.
Patagonia.
Yeah, it's a store.
Your
Like rich
DNA.
people
Oh yeah,
going
I did
hiking.
that.
Oh,
I did that
God.
recently. I got
What
that
up?
like 2
South
weeks ago.
African? How much?
Same thing.
0.002%.
17% right here.
0.002%.
Black guys.
Everyone has that. I'm 0.002% South African.
By the way,
It's the one country that happens to have whiteys.
Congratulations,
yeah.
guys.
By the way, you can't say you're black being South African because it just means you're from that part. But I love when people come up and are like, "Oh, I'm black now."
Dude.
Because you're from South. Have you heard this? Have you heard someone who's done the 20? I just did it.
No, that sounds
And I
like
was-
just.
No, everyone has a
Yeah,
little
like this
bit of
conversation,
happening.
like when you left, bro, it fucking
Just fell off.
What happened was Armen took over for a little bit.
Well, this is
And
just
now
to
we're
recap.
in like a territory nobody wants to really
Just
fucking
to
be in.
recap.
What's on your
Everyone
mind?
just
Let's
kept
talk
going
about
around the
Just to
subject.
recap.
What's on your mind right now?
So anyone who walks
You
away,
see
just
any
like
good
Brian
movies
did,
lately? Anything like that?
anyone who just
Mostly, I've just been doing cocaine a lot.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about
I mean,
that.
the quality's really dropped off in LA. I mean,
it really has,
you know,
dude,
over the
'cause
past couple
over
months.
the past couple of days.
over the past couple.
There must have been a bust. There must have been a big bust then.
Yeah,
like,
dude, the
I've
cops.
been
I
checking
saw them.
the
They
news.
look like they had a lot of clean highs. I feel like they did bust something and took all the good coke.
These sanctions.
Yeah, dude, see
trying to bring us
sanctions.
back.
I'm with Kim Jong-un on this one. It's all about the sanctions.
Dude, North Korea has like the best cocaine.
Dude, they don't.
You know they do. Why else did Dennis Rodman go over there?
If they did, Kim Jong-un would be
right?
thinner.
Am I right?
Kim Jong-un would be thinner if they had good coke.
To be the tallest dude with the biggest
No.
dick there. How about that?
Anyone who visits that place is the tallest guy.
Spoken like a true amateur.
Haven't you heard the song?
that, baby. You
Haven't
don't
you heard
know.
the song "I'm Big in Japan"?
He has big nostrils though. I feel like he could
That's what
smell
it's
a lot of
about.
cocaine.
That just means he's
That's
got big
racist,
fingers,
bro.
dog. That's all that means.
It's also very like what's the word when you like observe? It's observant.
Hey, nice.
I
It's
wasn't.
mostly racist.
No, but I wasn't saying like.
I'm observed.
How is it really?
No, you're fucking racist.
So when you observe something about somebody, it makes you racist.
That's what.
If it's about race.
If it's a racist thing, dog, if you
You
observe
made it
something
about
racist,
race. I
you're
was just
racist.
talking about a guy. We gave him a name. I said North
Look,
Korea,
see?
but I didn't say like all North Koreans have big
I don't know
nostrils.
how, but the conversation just keeps getting fucked up.
I think it's me. I think it's me.
Listen, dude,
I don't know how I'm doing this.
Listen, Nostradamus told us. We should all not joke.
How many more you got?
What?
He's just full of them.
Nostradamus?
Yeah,
How
puns.
many?
That's not even one thing. That's a real guy who taught us a lot about nostrils. Everyone knows this. Yeah, dude, Nostradamus over here.
Oh, when you think
Bro,
he's
you
backing
can't-
up, he's coming in.
Bro, you can't burn me on my own podcast. Come on now. Fuck.
You said it was a
That's-
burn. I just said you were a dumbass. If it's a burn and you're offended, just remember if you're offended by something, that means there's something there. It's like if you call a skinny guy fat, he'll be like, "What? What if you call a fat guy fat? He's offended." So,
It's true.
That's true. That's
true.
there you go.
Let's not even make other instances.
me learn
We're
lessons.
just gonna go down and fucking.
All so all I'm
Don't
saying
you
is
make me learn things on my own podcast? Would you insult me and teach me?
maybe you are a Nostradamus. Is what I'm
Hey,
saying.
don't talk about my little dick, okay?
It's gonna be the first podcast to be canceled.
Everyone talks about Nostradamus,
They're
but
gonna
like,
be like, this
no,
is too
I
racist.
even said
No. Rogan, us Whitney
I had a
Cummings, come on,
curse
we're gonna
word
be
in my
fine.
description.
Oh, okay.
dude, everyone talks about Nostradamus, but nobody talks about Yestradamus. You know what I mean? Because like at that time there were positive drugs there.
And
Stupid.
You gotta be this much fun to hang out with the red drugs on this
Oh
thing?
man, hey, someone gave me a mint the other day. This got weed in it. It's still in my pocket.
Nice, dude. So it doesn't work.
No,
at all?
you can't. Obviously, you need some time to think before you just take shit. People.
I have
forget.
nothing to lose. I'm basically the guy making sure you can take it if I shit it out again.
No, it's good. I only have one.
That's literally a
I know
certain
you like
Hey,
to gamble.
spread
cut
that
it into quarters. I'll only do a little bit of it. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll only last 4 hours.
You know, everyone's obsessed with
Cocksucker.
quarterbacks. No one talks about nickelbacks because like
Whoa,
Hey, well, they had their
1999
time.
They want their shitty pun back.
that's shitty fun.
this is how you
And that was by far the worst thing I've ever seen.
Really? Because that I got my
Very
award just now.
disappointed.
Why?
Look at this
That's a
trophy
song.
I received.
I will admit it.
I mean, we all know Nickelback's true music, but like, what about bad
really
music?
get a trophy. Everybody, I know I'm talking quiet. Everybody else, but he really get a trophy. I want everybody to know because there's no video.
If you wanted everyone to know, why would you talk so quiet? You're embarrassed about being
because
wrong.
I'm
You're embarrassed
in a
about being
different
wrong.
decibel right now. Nobody's even listening. You're just trying to understand what I'm saying. People are trying to be like, what's the guy?
What?
I think.
No, they're realizing
Straight
like
down.
this guy has the fakest New York accent
get any
they've
faces.
ever
Hey,
heard.
the guilty
Yeah,
speak.
more like a new dork accent. Jeez, what a loser, right? Oh.
Or roasted.
You know what you could do? You could be super on the edge. Put a little money into it, and you can get one of the
Look,
VR
we're not
ones.
putting money into anything. Okay.
No, look, they're like $100.
Except for
Hey,
cocaine.
put a little money into
You put it in the middle,
Take
and
some
it does
money,
all of
put
it.
it into it. Fucking,
Yeah.
I don't know. I put money
It's
into
$100.
it.
Dude,
Keep putting money
This
in.
is
Tell me about how much
this
you
is
spent on that.
Omni.
No, you
much
want
did
to
you
put
spend
some
on
money
that?
into it? No, you want to put some
Omnidirectional.
money into it? So you
Yeah,
do.
so
You get
you're
an eighth
fine.
of mushrooms and we split it.
Yeah.
Put some money into it. We'll fucking, then we really go down the rabbit hole, right? Find out how much of a racist Armen really is.
Let's figure some shit out.
We'll fucking
Look,
break
I'm not
Shane.
racist,
Shane
I'm just fucking real, man.
If I hit glitch out, he'll have like 9 puns in a row and he'll just turn into fucking popsicle sticks.
Dude, 9 puns. No man's attempted 9 puns for 1,000 years, dude. Come on, dude. We all know the limits.
Steven's
We all
got
know the
9/11
limits.
joke.
We all know the limits. Keep it under 9. You are safe. 10? Dude, that's power no man should have.
What is that? What is that? Like in a row or like in an hour? Because you're definitely at like 15.
9, you're fine.
You don't gotta
10,
make an ass out of me,
dead.
okay?
9, you're fine. 10, you're dead.
That's
Is that a Peter
not a
Griffin?
word.
That's Eminem rhyming right there.
Yeah,
Or Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin. What?
He said it like Peter Griffin.
Hey man.
Said it in a
guys.
New York accent, right? Don't,
Oh, Jesus.
Don't
That's-
confuse that with Boston.
I don't know what
and
accent
the
you have.
Massachusetts.
So
And
good.
that's
It's-
what that accent
the New York accent is so much fun when I play with it. It's fucking contagious.
addictive,
Other
right?
people.
Right?
What's
But
funny
you-
is if we get any viewers that are from New York, they're like, he sounds nothing like us.
All you gotta do is
Yeah.
just
No,
They'll be like nice Irish
no,
accent,
don't
dude.
get it twisted. You guys are all certain. If you don't agree with how great I'm doing at this and how much fun I'm having,
What did you just
listen?
became Italian a
Listen.
little
Let me be very clear. You're all fucking haters, okay? All of you are very much so hating on me. I'm having a good time, and that's what matters, okay? That's what you don't fucking get. It's not about. You think? Oh, you don't like it? Oh, fuck. Why don't you go ahead and start a podcast on
Is
that?
my life about you?
Okay, let's start a podcast about how you don't like what I'm doing. That'd be great.
Dude, you think they're haters? I'm literally Darth Hater.
Hey, do this for me. Go
there
find.
it is.
Can you find 10 people tomorrow and tell them how bad I am? Can you do that? Can you go give my handle and everything? Be like, you gotta find this guy so we can all hate on him together. Get on a comment thread. Do
Cause
that.
I'm bad at comedy. I'm bad at comedy. You know it. that's your
You doing a
song.
Brett Weinbach impression?
Oh, actually, there was Michael
he's
Jackson,
bad.
but you know who did the original?
That wasn't
the
a
cover
sing
was
on
good.
Brett Weinbach.
The cover was
I
good,
love-
but that was Michael Jackson.
Go check out.
You
Brett
know what I
Weinbach.
found out he can't do?
Does
He
that
can't
one
do
walk?
scream.
Scream.
Yeah.
Wait, you haven't heard him do Scream before?
No, he doesn't do.
Because it's a
Disn't?
fucking. Because it's a duet. Dumb fuck. You didn't listen to what he was
It
saying.
doesn't matter. It's.
Oh, it matters to him.
He has a whole verse.
No, because he does.
He doesn't do the whole song of every Michael Jackson song.
Hey, listen, dude. I'm on your side. If
What's
you're listening to this,
Yeah, what are you, a
they're all
nationwide
I think he does
trashing.
another
They're
song
all
where everyone
trashing.
sings.
Nationwide is on your
Everyone
side.
For those of you who don't know,
we
there's this
didn't get
comedian
paid by
named
it.
Brent Weinbach who does Michael Jackson.
And also, for those of you who
Brilliant.
don't know,
It's
we're
fucking
sponsored
look
by
him up.
Nationwide, so I had to sing the song.
I love all of the
Another
clothes are
racist
about
company,
fucking,
by the
you
way.
gotta see it. He's got a joke about.
Where he does the impression.
Are we just a racist podcast?
Oh, that shit. Yeah,
Fucking
that's-
amazing.
That's a good
By the way,
quote.
ambient doesn't make you racist. Cocaine.
I like it.
does.
No, I like it.
It makes you anti-Semitic. Everybody knows that. Not racist. It makes me anti-Semitic. Not
Wake
racist.
up in the
Know-
middle of
know
the night,
your
going out to
drugs.
the bank,
Know
trying
your
to
drugs.
withdraw all your money. They fucking can't have it. No, all right, whatever.
That was a good.
That was bad.
I like that. Yeah, why were you Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I know. Hey,
You can't have it.
you can't. Sometimes you swing and you're like, what was that? All these people were watching and everything. You go and you
Nice,
swing
dude.
it. Like,
I
that
mean, I
wasn't
can
a home run.
imagine what that's like, but sometimes I just, most of
Yeah.
the time, I just don't fail.
That's the
I
thing.
try not to fail like you, but other than that,
You know how I know you're a fucking loser and you fail? Because
Damn,
you're so
bro.
good, bitch.
Hey.
Nobody gets that good without
oh,
falling down.
dude, you
He
got,
knows what the ground feels like. He's not afraid of it no more. He's like,
shit.
yeah, I fall down. I bounce, bitch.
you got me.
Can't get
You
compliments, sweetheart.
shouldn't. They can't tell what you're doing with my asshole right
You got a
now.
little tiny ears.
He's getting in the deep, guys.
My
Yeah,
ears
he
are
does
adorable.
have tiny ears.
Hey guys,
I
let's
noticed that the
you know
other
what,
day,
we're
actually.
the dying breed. And this is where I'm the last of my people, so let's go ahead and lay the fuck off my ears, all right? Listen, 25 years I've had to put up with your bullshit.
Fucking one after.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you guys. I have 6 months to live. Stupid. But really, no. Stupid. Hey guys, so now that we're out of topics, I wonder where this is gonna go, because like it's really interesting how we're out of
Brought that
topics.
fucking thing.
Talk about.
I don't know.
2018. What
Child
happened
slavery?
today?
Something
Hey,
light.
will your sister listen
Somebody
to this?
Google what happened today.
Let me think about it.
Something went horribly wrong today.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
child abuse.
I feel like you walked in, and then somewhere along there, it was something along when you walked in, it started sucking. I can't remember what part though. We'll figure it out. Something when you came in.
Just mostly during the beginning.
It was something about your shittiness. That's something. I don't know what part of your shittiness did it, but we'll figure it out, dude. Together as a team, we'll figure out which part of your shittiness was the problem.
It's okay. Armen's got the topic ready.
No, I
There you go.
don't. I
Nice,
don't.
dude, he's scrolling.
Dude, you're
he's
the what
literally
guy?
Playing.
I'm the what guy.
We need the what right now.
Let's talk about.
Here's something non-controversial. When is Whiteconda gonna be a place I can go
Oh
to?
Jesus!
Because
Because Wakanda's
it's
full.
our time.
Back to
no,
racism.
They're no longer taking immigration.
I mean, they want equality, right? That means we have to make a movie too. So, Whiteconda forever. And back to your KKK views. Back to yours, not mine. I was learning. You were telling about it.
I was just saying they were for the First Amendment. That's it.
Yeah, dude. No, I feel like you're
they're
making a
completely
point.
defensible.
You're
By the
making
way-
a point.
By the
the
way,
only angle
this
they
is-
have, guys.
This is for everyone. Everyone is white except for me, so I get the right to
Yeah, but do you get the white
You get to
suit?
say
So
that
what
word
color
again.
do you? What color do you claim on the spectrum
When the
there?
cops
I'm
pull up, baby,
definitely.
we're all
Yeah. They just roll their
Caucasian.
eyes at us and like,
I'm
you know
Caucasian.
better.
You are a WMA
You're Caucasian?
motherfucker
Yeah.
But are you Caucasian? What would they say?
on foot.
Yeah, what do the cops say to you?
If they were in pursuit, would they
how
say
does you
in
getting pulled
pursuit?
You
over-
just pull your necklaces out when they pull you over, like, yeah, I'm for
That's, you know what? That's an
I
interesting
can be
topic. Let's
whatever
do
I
that.
want.
Yeah, I want everyone to go around
This
the
is
room.
my
how you're.
mother.
This is
Because I
how
just
you
got pulled
know.
over. I want everyone to go around the room. Describe your last encounter with the cops.
Well, like getting
Oh,
pulled
God.
over.
Oh,
Just-
easy.
yeah.
I have
No,
that.
like
I
you
have
getting
that.
pulled over.
Oh God.
I have that.
How long ago?
This was 2 months ago.
Okay. What'd you do?
I went in a lane I guess I wasn't supposed to, but I was like,
Did you
hey,
use your blinker?
yeah.
Okay. What do you mean you weren't
Let him
supposed to
tell
be
the
in that
story.
lane?
Let him tell the story.
Well, he's
Okay.
fucking
What are you on trial or something?
No.
leading him.
He's on
Okay,
TV.
sorry, it was,
He's right
Leading
to
him too much.
everybody's-
Leading him into a box.
It was I had to exit the next exit on the freeway,
I hate that one.
but I went into a lane I guess I wasn't supposed to go because of some triangle I've never heard about.
Dude, I hate those.
I feel like it was a Phil Jackson triangle.
I hate that guy.
No one gets that
Carpool
reference.
lane?
No. Like I went in this lane because I had to exit, but then that,
So you know
but
how,
that
you know
lane
how, like,
didn't.
there's an on ramp, and
Yeah.
then it merges,
Yeah.
and then usually right after the on ramp, then a new lane will come out for the exit.
Yeah.
He pulled into there was
just
an
like
on ramp
old
coming.
lanes,
He
dude.
pulled into that lane, thinking it continued into the exit lane.
Yes.
It didn't. It merged back into the lane, and then a new lane formed for exit.
Or
And you
the
got pulled-
exit.
But he turned.
Well,
he
but
turned
did you
he
pass
turned
somebody?
into the
and the
on-ramp
cop
lane.
passed me, and I looked at,
Just
and
like
he,
guess.
I know he saw
He
me.
gave you- Did he give you a
Because you're
ticket?
not supposed
Yeah,
to
he
merge.
gave me.
Give you a ticket for
Wait,
kicking me.
wait, you're skipping the meat here. Okay, so he pulled you over.
He pulled me over, and then he goes, "Hey, I know you saw me." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I'm confused on why you're pulling me over." He goes, "Oh, well, you weren't supposed to do that. There's a triangle there." I'm like,
Sound like you're
"Okay."
reading.
Like, leave the Illuminati out of this.
No,
He's been
it's
reading
real.
all of his material.
No, it's real. And then he goes, well, you can't do that. I'm like, okay, I'm very
your phone
sorry.
down when
I
you're
didn't
talking, at
know
least.
that. I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't know I couldn't do that. And then he
What are you doing on your phone right now?
I'm playing Tetris.
I'm
Anyway,
fucking, you can't and tell the story. You're
I
already a
can.
poor speaker.
I could do two things at once.
I mean, I want you to get better. You're gonna get better, but right now we just can't.
So then he goes back, and then he's like, license registration. I didn't have my registration, but I kind of did, but I didn't want to open the wrong cup, like glove department
You got
and
drugs.
drugs coming
Glove
out.
department, you want to open up a new glove department. You know,
Yes.
There's already a lot of glove departments around.
Yeah. So I didn't
What
want
if they're
to.
like, yo, you're
I didn't want to
conflicted with our
open the
department.
wrong.
You had to choose
Who-
glove department or police
What if we got the
department?
same fax line? You're gonna get
Police
our
department.
faxes. We're gonna get your faxes. Nobody's gonna get two right gloves. People gonna be walking around with one glove. What if Michael comes back?
Dude, that's why he only had one glove, dude. He couldn't find the other.
So he was like, all right, and I go, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know if I have my insurance. And he goes, well, and I checked my wallet and I had a AAA card, and I gave him the AAA card. He's like, no, you need the actual paper. I'm like, oh, I'm
He's like,
sorry.
dude, no, this thing takes double A's. And then you have to find double
I got
A's.
a AAA card. What? Get out of the fucking car right now.
What are you high?
Get out of the goddamn car.
And then
He didn't fucking pull you over and give you a breathalyzer?
yeah, but then he goes in the back, like, for a while. I'm like, fuck, he's gonna give me a ticket. This sucks, blah, blah, blah. And then he comes back and goes, hey, since you apologized and you didn't know, I'm gonna give you a no insurance ticket, but all you have to do is go to CHP. It's like $20 and you'll be fine, whatever. So he gave me that, and then he let me go.
That's not letting you go. You got a ticket.
It's like the mob.
Yeah, but he gave
Nah,
me
but that's some white privilege shit.
$25.
That's some white
It's like the
ticket.
mob. They
That's
fuck
some
you
white
and make you
privilege
feel
shit.
good about it. Like, look, we're not gonna cut your fingers off, but we're gonna break all your toes.
They do. They say that. They're like, look, I could be doing this one way.
I don't want to fuck you,
I
but
got
you
pulled over
still gotta
today,
go
so
pay
I wanna-
$20.
yeah, I wanna get it around.
Because I think when you get pulled over, they have to do something. Like they have to because of like
That's just something not white people
they have
say.
to report. They have to.
I think
They
I
have to
already deleted those
report.
pictures. I sent them to Shane.
They have to report.
Oh, I have them. I have them.
I sent them all to
He sent it to
Shane.
me.
though.
All right, Shane.
My
when did you-
phone's
when-
fucking
when was
storage
the
is
last
so
time you got
full all
pulled
the
over?
time. I have to like get rid of shit right away.
Why do you buy
my
clouds
story
for
about
$1,
being
bro?
pulled over is actually kind of.
This is the most recent. I don't want a
So
story.
I very rarely in LA you can do whatever you want. I don't know how people get pulled over here, but like
so true.
you really can't. Like you can
Yeah,
just
you
do
can.
anything you want. But last time I got pulled over, I was coming from here. Now it's not uncommon when you have had a couple drinks and your odds are above the limit driving back. From
And he
this
was
place.
yelling out the N-word at everybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were N-words. And what are you gonna let it slide? It only takes one. But stupid. If they rise up, they all. Well, if one rises up, they all. I'll use Hopper.
fucking story.
I'll use Hopper logic from Bugs Life. Yes, Bugs Life.
They outnumber us 100-1.
Kevin Spacey was the voice of that guy, by
2
the
in the
way.
morning and Hopper's gang is coming up. Okay.
So anyway, so
we thought you
I'm
meant
going
Dennis
home. Rest in peace. So I'm driving home. I live like 2 miles. Yes. Yeah, dude.
I love speed.
Instant flowers.
So I'm driving home. I live like 2 miles from the Improv, so getting pulled over is actually kind of ridiculous. But I was actually a block away from my apartment, and I had a headlight out. This is back when my car was running.
Padiddle.
And what's that?
Padiddle.
Padiddle?
We're not in the car.
No,
right
dude.
now, so
It's like you come here and you speak your language.
We'd actually have to be outside the car. You'd be passing us.
You are wasting air time. Stop.
Yeah, and first of all, like if you come to our country, learn a language. Like,
Yeah, it's like,
serious.
you want to fucking interrupt the story with more weird shit like, hey, Pat Blue Ribbon, that's actually there's an acronym for that, PBR.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, good input. No, so I get pulled over. I have a headlight out. Now, the only way you're going to get pulled over in LA with a headlight out is at 4 a.m. when I'm driving home, because I'm the only one. And he's like bored and everything. So my little thing about
He just wants to talk to somebody.
the weird thing about Mercedes is they're the most amazing car on the planet. However, what they say about the little nuances and electronic problems is completely real. So my window doesn't roll down, but it's slightly cracked. Because when you shut the door, it actually rolls up the rest of the way and air seals it tight. But it stayed that way. It stayed like slightly cracked.
First world problems, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it's really hard for us, Mercedes owners, and it's really hard. And please donate, but like because it's all I have is a Mercedes Benz, and no, so it doesn't roll down, and the headlights out. Like I have really hard problems, and like so I'm pulled over. I can see I'm like 1 block away. I'm on Worcester and freaking Wilshire. It's like
So you're
right
in
there.
Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Where
Want
do
a
you live?
stalker.
Yes. Yes.
Do you still live there? You wanna
Again,
give
like
us an
not to
address?
bring up more problems, but I live there, and
What
and
unit number?
so 260. No, so I get pulled over, and then the guy's, he's coming up with his flashlight, and I'm pretty calm with cops. So I was pulled over my whole life, and in Idaho they're crazy. Where I'm from, they'll pull you over like you have dirt on your license plate. You have dirt on your license plate. They'll pull you over, and so I'm like, crap. This is my first pullover in LA. I've been here 6 years. And he comes and he's like, roll down your window, please. And I really don't want to come off like one of those guys who's like, I don't have to roll down my window, actually. Where's your warrant? So I don't want to be like, I was like, I'm like making my lips as tiny as possible. And, like,
Sound through the thing.
to get it through the little crack in the window.
That's fucking great.
And I'm like, it doesn't roll down. It's a Mercedes-Benz. My life's really hard. And then he was like, oh my God, Mercedes-Benz, of course I'll let you. Yeah, please, let me give you some slack. A Mercedes?
I thought it was a Volkswagen.
Yeah, he thought my life was easy, like I had a Honda or something, but it was Mercedes, and he realized the struggle. And and anyway, so I literally just, I make a ballsy move and I just open the door, like, but don't get out, like, I don't get out. Luckily, I actually had come from the Improv after not working, so I was dressed like myself, which is really awesome. But
Everyone else, eye roll.
it contributes to the story because I was actually dressed kind of nice. I had like a button-up shirt on. I looked as literally as privileged as I deserve, and we do. And no, and anyway, so he comes up first. He's kind of like, stay in the vehicle. I was like, my window doesn't roll down. And then, but I will say, which was weird, like. It was weird to actually see it firsthand, but like, white privilege is a common topic, and it's easy not to observe something firsthand, but as soon as because my windows are black tinted, and as soon as he saw, like, first it's like, door open, crap. Like, to me, I'm like, isn't a Mercedes enough to be calm? But like, but anyway, so as soon as he saw, and like, luckily I'm dressed okay, but I just literally felt this calm of like, But no, there's so much more to the story. So, like, my car was a wreck. At the time, I was working all the time. I didn't have
That
time.
girl on the front seat.
Yeah, dude. Well,
She's coked out.
Yeah,
but
you're allowed.
She looked dead.
She wasn't dead yet.
Slow heart rate is still a heart rate. dog.
It was weak, but it was there.
You're allowed to have one, but like,
She's gotta be in the, she's just gotta be in the trunk.
yeah, it's just got it dismantled in the
Yeah,
trunk. Yeah,
exactly.
disassembled in the trunk. Yeah. But anyway, so he pulls me over. It's the perfect cop for anybody to actually encounter, which is like the clean-cut, short-haired rookie cop guy. Like kind of tall, but he's like serious about doing the right thing kind of thing. Now I had the worst kind of cop on the right side. Now that's the shorter, bald cop with the neck roll in the back. He's got a neck roll
seen
that
it all.
only like bodybuilders and the cop who is bullied has. He's like a white cop with a bald head, kind of shorter. He has a neck roll in the back. Watch out. He's got like pro bass fisherman
He sees
sunglasses
your
on.
loafers, he's like, fuck this guy, right?
Oh yeah, immediately. And now, luckily, like I have so much charisma, so like it's no. So he's like, this is now. I haven't been pulled over in this car yet. This is now. It's in my dad's name, because I have a really hard life, and he always told me like it's in the center console. First of all, what freaking deceptive bullshit, like, because no, it's not. And he's like, oh, license registration. I hand him my license. I wipe it off on my jeans for no related reason.
Oh god.
But I hand it to him, and he's like, oh, Idaho, huh? And he's like, you said you were just almost home. I'm like, yes, I did say that. And he's like, so you got an Idaho license? And I'm like, yeah. And you know, it's like just being a manipulative asshole really pays off, because he was like, so why do you have an Idaho license? I'm like, oh, I'm an actor, and I go back home, and I fly to LA and then New York, and I don't have a license because I primarily live in Idaho, and I have a couple different places, which is not true, but a perfect accent, or perfect alibi? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Charisma, baby,
Yeah,
charisma.
yeah. So I do it, and he's like, okay, so that part's done. And I'm like, oh my God. Now, I cannot find the license, I cannot find the registration proof of insurance. I'm pretty positive I don't have registration. Like, I'm pretty actually positive of that.
Same.
Thank goodness.
You don't have
my
the paperwork,
car,
you mean?
I'm pretty sure it's like out of registration. Like whatever. What is the one you have to renew? Like
Yeah, that's
renew.
registration.
So I'm pretty sure it's out.
What's the one you gotta renew?
Yeah, see, I don't know.
That's some
Yeah.
privilege right there.
I want to
All of
find your
it.
father and tell him you're a fucking
License.
idiot.
See,
Daddy.
but you know what? We all made it out scot-free because we're millennials. We don't have to know that shit. That's for other people. But like,
Oh my god.
so anyway, so I get out of the, like, I don't get out of the car yet, but I literally cannot find it. It's a mess. There's like, I keep telling them, like, oh, McDonald's wrappers? Is that what you asked for? Oh, Carl's Jr.?
You're messing with them?
No, literally, I should have done, because that's funny. But, like, literally, there's so many wrappers. There's just, like, and I'm like, gosh, shouldn't you guys be recording something right now? so stupid.
Wait for the beat to drop.
Yeah, like, you know, once the beat dropped, they really just wrapped it. Anyway, stupid joke. So anyway, so it's a mess. He's like, maybe in the glove box. He's treating me like an idiot. And I'm like, no, my dad said it was in here. So I open up the glove box. Now, recap to this part of the story, completely different part of the story. My brother is a sea captain. He works in San Pedro. He's an oil rig captain now, or a tugboat oil rig captain. Now, he comes in every 2 weeks. I usually pick him up from the airport. He's a big-time gun fanatic, big-time, like, military guy fanatic. He has a big knife he carries on him at all times, like people who just are dudes not living here have.
Sea captain.
And it's a big, crazy knife that's curved, and it's got holes in it. It just looks like a monster, and like, it's legal technically, but nobody would know that, right? Big orange thing, just sticks out. Every time he gets on the plane, he says, I can't carry this on the plane. I'm going to put this in your car. He puts it in the glove box. So I had just driven him to the airport. Now, I open up the glove box like, oh, yeah, sure, why not? I'm kind of, like, frazzled. I have a pretty good talent for just keeping, like, oh, whatever, while I'm completely stressed out. But then I'm like, yeah, sure, forget the knife's in there. And then it kind of, like, trickles. The Mercedes, the way it does, it kind of, like, it shoots it at an angle, and it goes, like, right in the view. Now, bald cop with a neck roll on the window has the flashlight, and he goes, knife! First of all, I'm like a little intense for a white guy, but like a little much with the tone for. I mean, like they didn't grab, you know. But he was like, okay. I was like, oh yeah, sorry. I'm trying to like soften the voice, like, oh geez, oh gosh. And then he's like, the rookie guy, who I'm assuming is, because he's so like the perfect cop, but he's like, okay, no, it's fine. Just step out of the car. Instantly, I'm like, now this is what's in my mind. I didn't drink that day, which was incredible, like, because I usually do. However, I had previously, it was not uncommon when I would drink, and I would have, what do you,
Let's get by.
I would have, like,
Give me a
I will have drank before I drove home previously. So I didn't have any bottles in the car, tons of beer caps in the car. Sometimes I would drink them in the parking lot, like with some friends, as you do illegally. But like, so I had a bunch of those in my pocket. And I had a bunch of those in the car.
Why are you saving
just beer?
those?
I just had them because I literally was drinking in the car, not as I was driving, but like,
not that day.
Not that day. They were
So
just in
why
there.
didn't you
It was a mess, dude. It was a mess. I hadn't cleaned up.
It's a messy car.
So
not in your pockets. Though.
no, they were in my pockets just because it was previous. Like I didn't know they were in there. Trust me. He told me basically I had them in there. But anyway, so he's like, step out of the car, blah blah blah. Second thing I realize is I have in the car. I don't know where because it's a mess. That I have plenty of, and this is back in the heyday, baggies, like empty baggies in the car. Plenty. I know I have them. What are the odds he's gonna think they're...
Right now, are you starting to cry a little bit on the inside?
As soon as I'm out, I'm like, rely on all of the charisma you have.
What's Dan's phone number? What's Dan's phone number?
No, I would never. But the thing is, like, so I'm realizing that they're in there, and it's like, sure, maybe not all of them are for me, a lot of them are, but they're in there. They're in there. Now, it's a mess. Now, he was like, okay, step out of the car, blah, blah, blah. They search me. Instantly, I'm just thinking, like, oh my gosh, I'm being searched. He checks all the pockets, finds the beer caps in the back pocket. He checks the little pocket, which I don't know what douchebag made this, but it's for only pills and baggies. I don't know what he made that for, the little pocket on your jeans in your right pocket, but like that is for pills and baggies. But like that is what they're for. Like anybody who's like, why are there drugs in there? Like that's what Levi told me to put in there. But like, so anyway,
Levi's
he searches it. By some miracle, I don't have anything in there. I'll never forget that he searched there though. Searched everywhere. I mean, like everywhere. But then he finds the caps and he's like, what are these? Like, what are these caps? And I had
It's
this
a blue moon.
they literally, it's like Corona.
It's right on there.
Now it's for all of the legal reasons, but what I said, and remarkable, just like God put it in my mouth, but I was like, oh no, sometimes I bar back at the Improv and we have a bottle opener. I don't like throwing them on the ground, so I put them in my pocket. And I was like, sometimes they fall out in the car and I get annoyed because I sit on them and I throw them in the car. And he's like, okay. So now the ID and the bottle caps are covered. He's like, okay, well, you stand out here, talk to whatever this officer's name is, which is Neck Roll Guy. I have to win him over. So, like,
Neck Roll Guy.
Yeah, so he's like, stand right here. He's like, and, instantly, like, I'm a little nervous. He's like, all right, don't put your hands in your pockets. Instantly, he's like, what's this? I'm like, oh, it's gum. I take my... And he's like, don't put your hand in your pockets. And I realized at the time I'm overthinking. I was like, gum sounds an awful lot like gun. But he didn't. So I'm thinking that. But anyway, so, like, he's like, all right, I'll look for your registration. Instantly, I'm like, yeah, go ahead. No, there's nothing to worry about in there. The saving grace of this story is that, like, it was a freaking mess in the car. It was a mess. Now, I'm gonna say that it was that, but also, while he's in there looking through everything, and I'm thinking, like, dude, there are bags in
so
obvious places. Now, I have a knife thing. I told him about my brother and everything. That's what got me out of the car. And he was like, okay, well, just make sure to have it in the trunk, which is kind of BS because it's not illegal, but they're just, like, being cops. Right. Like people. So they're like, oh, put it in the trunk. You can't have a knife. And, like, anyway, so they just didn't like the knife, really.
Yeah.
And I called my brother after this. I was like, you son of a bitch. Which is our mom, so I shouldn't say that. But anyway. So anyway, like, he's like, all right, just put it in the trunk, whatever. They were kind of like, I didn't have to cover that one. So he's like, put it in the trunk. The ID's covered. I fixed that. The beer caps are covered. Now, he ran my stuff. He didn't like my ID at all. So I covered that with the actor thing. Apparently my tags are expired. Like, totally. Like, just steps before being towed. Like, 6 months, And then I didn't find the registration, probably not registered. The proof of insurance was not found. He gets in, he digs through everything. I'm expecting the worst, but I'm like, play it calm, da-da-da. And I was like, you know what? Talk about what you just saw at the Improv. That blows people's minds. And I was like, oh man, and I'll never hate on Dane Cook because he saved my life. Because I was like, oh man, he's like, where are you coming from? I was like, perfect answer. I'm coming from the Hollywood Improv. I worked there. It was my day off. But it's just so great comedy. Every now and then you just got to go and watch it when you're not working. And it's so amazing the people you get to meet. Dane Cook was there tonight. We're talking one of the most famous he was the most famous comedian at one point in the world.
And they was just eating that shit up.
Dane Cook. Now this is the neck roll guy who's saying Dane Cook. And I'm like, awesome. I got the neck roll guy.
Got him.
Now I'm thinking, like, I now have only access. And he was like, he got stoked, and he was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, what's crazy, man? It's it doesn't take much to have power there, and I could probably get you guys in. I'm saying that stuff. I'm saying that. I was like, yeah, guys, I mean, I don't know if you have cards. I don't know.
One guy goes, "What's this?" Getting baggy.
So he comes back out. I'm expecting the worst. He's like, okay, so listen, couple things. Change your ID to California.
Couple things. You're like, I'm going to jail.
He's like, couple things. He's like, I just, he like had a stern face, like what a trickster, because he's like, get your ID changed to California. He's like, I need you to get registration and proof of insurance. You got to have that in your car. He's like, no, if it's in your dad's name, whatever, blah, blah. He's like, you still got to have that in your car. He's like, move that knife to the trunk. He's like, just throw away the beer caps because it's a little weird to have those. And he said nothing about, but I'm convinced, maybe partially, that he's
like, oh, a white guy with some baggies.
I feel like, honestly, he found him. He thought it was a good guy.
You got a lot of buttons,
he
right?
literally said, he's like, get that all fixed, get your headlight fixed. You seem like a good kid. You say your home's right there. We'll just make sure you get home, and just make sure you get the stuff fixed, man. And I shook their hands as I left. And I drove home without no California stops. I stopped at the stop sign. I drove home, pulled into the garage, made sure I was like, boop, waved with my hand, and I got away with that. That's the last time I got pulled over.
You still let your car get that fucking easily pull over?
No. Everything goes in the garbage and screw my brother. I was like, you're taking this knife and you're on the plane with it.
Yeah, fuck it.
I want you
Throw it
to
away, bitch.
TSA.
I want you to be air marshal because I was. Anyway, yeah, got away with that. So I'm just saying white privilege is bullshit. That's all I'm saying.
That's definitely not real.
That's all I'm saying.
That's some pucker factor.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that a weird story?
That was very good though for the cast. I feel like I was very drawn in.
That's true. There's not an ounce of that's like made up.
Wait, are we going this way? Do I gotta go now?
Yeah, you're next. You're next. I know. I thought about that and I was like, yeah, you're next.
I was thinking like my last interaction's not even that great. It's short. No. But I have a better cop story I can tell you. The first time I ran from the cops.
Do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
I was I was 16.
He's taking off his coat right
It's
now.
gonna be a 2-hour thing. I'm gonna go piss.
Let me just roll.
And I want you to know now it's not gonna be as good as what he said, but it was still fun. Oh, everybody's going to the bathroom? Let me go check the labs because I'm still at work.
Intermission.
Intermission.
Nice. That's like an hour recording.
Yeah, man. It's going good.
Epic. Yeah.
Already.
I can't believe I didn't tell that story last time.
You have so many stories. It's hard to,
It's like with someone as wise as me, it's really hard to narrow down how valuable I am to everybody. And
priceless commodity, I always say.
What, being white?
That too, but also.
Yeah, I don't know why everyone doesn't do it. It's freaking.
Tell you what, we're blessed. We got a lot of blessings.
You know what? White privilege or not, I feel like Dan Cook saved my life.
Fuck white privilege. Think about health privilege. Think how many people are walking around with ailments that completely control their life.
Seriously.
Imagine that. Imagine having fucking something you have no control over. You should have cancer all of a sudden.
I mean, ailments are cool, but I prefer spearmint because, like, it's just a
Swear
better
to God,
flavor.
I'll fucking stab you with this
Big
fucking.
fan
I'm
of
gonna
brain.
break this cup and I'm gonna stab you in the face with it.
That's stupid, man. I don't know why you'd make that joke, TV. Intermission. What family?
There he is right there.
Oh, there he is, Vin Diesel himself.
I thought I was gonna avoid a good 25% of the story.
No.
I'm just kidding.
was
I'll tell
like,
you the boring one, short one first. Last time I interacted with a cop, I was sleeping in the neighborhood up here with my car. And
How are you interacting if you're sleeping?
No, listen.
No, listen.
So
I want to hear this.
I go to fucking. I pull over, right? I'm sleeping.
Wait, what do you mean? You're sleeping. How did you pull over?
Hold on,
Your
bitch.
story's bullshit.
You're fucked up
I
already.
pull over in the neighborhood, and this guy, I'm in my car, like getting ready for sleep,
Okay,
right? It's
okay.
night time.
Yeah, like masturbating and shit.
Listen,
I get it.
yeah. That's okay. Look, you're throwing low blows. You're taking away from the story. Nobody cares. Everybody knows.
You said this is a lame
just got
story.
5 more
We're just
subscribers
trying to,
from
we're
that.
trying to beef up the story. They're
Alright, keep
imagining you
going. You're
naked
sleeping?
now,
Just trying to wave you
masturbating.
down. Anyways, okay,
Seriously.
so it's.
Oh, you lied to me.
I'm trying to go to sleep.
You did lie to me.
Oh, that's not mine. That's not mine. That's not a lie. It's not mine.
That's not mine. That's not mine.
So, anyway, he did the right thing. He called the police. He called the police, and I'm in my car, and
You didn't
I wake up. I know, amateur move, and we all make amateur moves. And so I fucking I go to sleep, and I wake up right as the cops are getting out of the car. And I'm like, oh, those are cops. And I when some people get out of their car and you just know it's children.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, oh, kids got out of that car.
No, you know a
Cops got
cop.
out of this
You know a
car,
cop.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got out of it with they got out of it with an intention. They were pissing and shit. Anyways, and fucking sure enough, the flashlights come out. I see flashlights, and I'm still laying still. I'm like,
Who carries flashlights?
I'm like, best thing to do is not to fucking get up and get squirrely right now.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking just, and then sure enough, they shine the light in the back. They're looking right down on me, and they knock.
Play dead. Didn't we all learn that?
And at first, I'm like, okay, let me be a normal person and not fucking wake up right away like I know I'm bad. And I saw that, I played asleep and fucking night they knock more, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? People waking me up while I'm just sleeping in my car. It couldn't be the cops. I just show my hands. I just put it like this, and they go, open the door. And I'm like, okay. I just like sit up real fucking slow. And I open the door, and they're like, you're not supposed to be sleeping in your car in these neighborhoods. I thought they were gonna like give me a ticket. They're like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm sleeping in my car. They're like, you know why we're here? I was like, the guy got his house broken into. Like, the guy got his house broken into. I talked to him earlier. He probably called you guys worried about me being here. And they go, yeah, you can't sleep in this neighborhood. So everybody's boring.
Nice.
The other story's way better than this.
You gotta wait for the full audience.
I don't really think so. The full audience, they're doing their thing. We're doing our thing. They're gonna have to join in. Maybe I won't even backtrack for them. I'll be like, that's what you get.
Maybe you should do that.
Maybe I will. All right. So I was 16.
You ran from the cops. This is the story.
My first car was. That's the first time I ran from the cops. This is the first time I had to ditch a car and run from the cops.
Oh, jeez. I've heard this. Yeah, keep going.
Have I told you this one?
I feel like I've heard this.
Yeah. So I was 16 and living in Vegas, and my first ever car, I saved every check. Hey, fucking, you want a really good story, guys? I saved every penny for this car, and I bought this car. It's my baby. It's not that nice.
It was $100.
No, it was a 1986 baby blue Cadillac Coupe de Ville with tinted windows.
Drug dealer car.
Oh yeah, it was the worst, bro. It was so
pearl
bad.
white too.
No, it was baby blue.
Okay.
But anyways, I never ever got fucked up and drove this thing around or would be high, and I never did. And then this night I decided to. Fucking me and my buddies used to hang at this park right on the corner. Right in this neighborhood. This is right up the street from where I got my face sliced open. And we're hanging out at this fucking park.
Good place.
And my car's parked on the side of the park, and I'm like, I'll take a buddy home. And we've been drinking a little bit, we've been smoking a little bit. I had weed in my pocket. I was like, guys, live right up the street. Just kidding. So I got two buddies in the car. My fat buddy, Filipino kid named Dexter, he's sitting in the back seat. My smaller buddy, his name, who is it? It's Brandon. And the Hawaiian kid.
What?
Oh, come on, you're blowing it.
You almost
Tell
done,
the
Jim?
story. You want to hear the story?
Oh yeah, clock out first though.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll be
I
back.
should still clock in.
Welcome to my life.
Lauren, what an idiot. He's like, clock out before you finish the story. It's so stupid.
Wait, he started it.
He did.
Wait, did he start the lame one or did he start the actual one?
He started the word. Kind of.
Oh yeah, all he's done is set up the location.
Wait, he's setting up the
Just the
first
location.
one?
He just said he was 16. He had this nice car.
Is this when he ran from the cops though, or did he finish that one?
He went to
Okay.
he was with his buddy at a park or something. But when he comes back, he'll finish it.
Nice.
Yeah, and then after that, we might have to wrap
Sure.
up.
Yeah.
Show.
Faux show.
Oh man, you know
It was so hard to stay away from
doors
this
that
place.
separate the box office from the lab. I just walked right the fuck into one.
Why did you walk into a door?
Because I fucking was going like this, fucking. I opened one, and the other one didn't open. I fucking.
First of all, I did it at 10
I did
a.m.
that to this door.
So
I didn't do it 3 hours before.
so you're in your dream
That's a
car.
Oh, yeah.
You're at the park. You're in your dream car. You're with your friend.
Take some balls.
I was trying to be smart about it because I told it was only going to last 4 hours.
Okay,
So
here we
10
go.
a.m. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I mean, this was my first car. I had it a little while. I'm driving on a permit. I'm not even supposed to be driving this fucking car without someone in the car that has a license. And I was like, I give my buddy a ride home. And this was the first time I had been like drinking a little bit, I'd been smoking a little weed, had weed on me, and I got in the car and we fucking leave this park and we get like not even a block up the street and there's a cop sitting on the other side of the road facing the other direction with the lights off. And they're both sitting in it, and immediately I shit my pants. I'm like, oh fuck, they're gonna pull us over. My car looks suspicious as fuck. It's late as fucking night. If there's gonna be a night that they're gonna pull us over, it's gonna be this fucking night. And as soon as I pass them, they turn around to get behind me. And I'm coming up to a T in the street, like a main road from this neighborhood. And before they get behind me, as soon as I see him, my fat buddy's in the back seat, my little buddy's in the front seat, and I go, they're gonna pull us over. they're gonna pull, and I'm saying as I'm kind of, I was like, if they pull us over, I'm running. And then I was like, I'm literally, I swear to God, I'm bailing. If they can probably turn the lights off, I'm fucking bailing. And my buddies, they immediately, you can hear their assholes go. They were like, because they start asking me questions. They go, "You running?" I was like, and like, we haven't even gotten up next to them yet. I was like, "Yeah, if they get behind me, I'm running. We're running." And fucking, as soon as I pass them, they fucking. Start to do that turn to come around behind me, and I fucking stomp on the gas and bend the corner onto this main road, and maybe they weren't expecting it because they were late on the jump. I get up around the corner, they finally stomp on it and turn on their lights, and I'm like, I keep saying to my buddies, "Hey, I'm running, I'm gonna run." And they're like, "We're for real." And I get up, and as soon as I bend onto that main road, I just keep turning into like the curb, and I get like right up to this curb, and there's like a brick wall with a bus stop at it, just a bus stop seat. And we fucking turned, and I didn't even put the car in park. I just stomped on the gas, or stomped on the brakes, and I fucking stopped by the curb, and I fucking threw my door open. And I just remember getting out, and when I was out of the car moving, I ran up to the sidewalk, put my foot on this bus stop, and as I'm grabbing the wall to go up over it, the cops are just barely coming around the corner with their lights on. I was like, "Oh yeah, you're so fucked. We're 16, we're totally getting away." And then I realized my fat buddy, it's a two-door, it's a coupe, and my fat buddy's in the back seat. In the back seat. I'm like, and I'm thinking, "Oh fuck, there's no way Dexter's getting out. He's fucked for sure." But I don't even know where they're at. I don't even know. I think I remember one of my buddies I remember him, like, the guy in the front seat being so fast that by the time I was like coming up over the wall, he was coming up right next to me. And we're running, and fucking by the time I hit the ground on the other side, you could hear the cops getting out of their car. And I just remember, wall, and just fucking keep hitting walls, and you're just going, running through backyards, fucking. We're moving so fast, we're so scared that, like, we're running by dogs that wake up after we left the backyard. Like, I remember running by dogs and like the dog wouldn't even, like, he would see me and like it wouldn't even be like, "What the fuck just happened?" The dog wasn't ready for it. And I keep waiting to like hit a pool or cactuses or something. It's going
stuck in cactus.
After like the fucking fifth wall, you're like, "This is going too well. I'm getting ready to twist my ankle or something. Like, it's going way too well." I'm running, and we get split up. Like, now I'm just fucking by myself, hitting walls. And after like a fucking almost a solid minute of just booking it, I get into a backyard, and I'm just like, just to like listen, just fucking quiet, just wait. And you can feel your heart beating in your chest, and you're like, I can't believe I got away. And then I hear like other people hitting the wall, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting ready to take off again. And it's one of my buddies comes over the wall next to me, and I'm like, "Brandon," and he goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yo, where's Dexter?" He goes, "I don't know, man, I think he got away." And we're like, "Shh." And then we start hearing what sounds like someone wearing a fucking utility belt hitting walls. We're like, "That's the cops." It's like, "I know," fucking bye, boom, and we fucking wall, and we're just taking off. And finally I get like, I'm not in backyards anymore, and I end up on a fucking like a street in the neighborhood back kind of where the park was. And I'm like running down the street, and I realize, I gotta get back to backyards. And I run into the backyard. That's my thing, bro. Because you're out in the open, you want to stay closed. And I start, I hit this one wall, and I come over it, and I end up in like someone's front yard, and I get under a fucking a car in the driveway. Or no, what I try to knock on someone's door, be like, "Hey, I live up the street."
I'm running from the cop.
No, I was gonna be like, "Hey, I live up the street. My power's out. Can I use your phone?" or some shit like that.
That's not sketchy.
But they didn't answer the door, so I got underneath the fucking car in the driveway. And as soon as I get under this car and lay still, I hear, and it's a cop, jumps the wall and runs right past the car I'm laying under. I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I pull out my phone and I call my dad, and I'm like whispering, like, "Hey, you gotta report the car stolen." He goes, "What? What are you whispering?" I was like, I had to run. I left the car. He goes, "What happened? I was like, "I can't explain to you. You gotta pick me up on." I start naming like a cross street that I know I'm fine.
You gotta pick me up on backyard and front yard.
I'll call you later. How soon can you be there? All right, I'll be there. And I hang up the phone. And I wait like a few more minutes, and now I hear the helicopter out. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna just sleep under this car tonight. And I'm waiting, and finally, like, I slide underneath the car. I'm thinking, like, all right, they definitely didn't see my face. They didn't see any of our faces probably. but they know what clothes I'm wearing. So I had like basketball shorts on because I'm a piece of shit underneath my pants. And then I fucking take my pants off and I fold them up and put them in someone's backyard, which they got fucking stolen, by the way. I never got those pants back.
They stole them. They didn't throw
Fucking
them
assholes
away.
stole my
They didn't
pants.
throw them away. They stole them.
So I leave them in the backyard, and I had like a top shirt on. I left that. So now I'm like basically a guy in like pajamas standing in front of a house on the street. I'm in my socks. I even took my shoes off and left them there, and I'm just standing in my socks like, yeah, I could just be a guy in his front yard now.
Stole your pants.
Yeah, no, I'm like, you just gotta lower your heart rate and act natural, you know? And I'm fucking just like standing there, and I start walking up the street and walking around, and like, no cops drive by me, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, just be calm, everything's good. I realize now though, what an idiot, I should've left my shoes on. But everything's cool. And my dad fucking came and like picked me up, and he's like, what the fuck happened? I told him, he's like, I can't believe you got away. And fucking the next day I find out my buddies made it back to my buddy's house. They completely got away. They fucking.
What about Dexter?
Dexter
No, the fat guy. Yeah, he got away. Yeah, he got. I was like,
get
he
out?
must have been moving fast. He was like he was like our token fat kid of the group. He was always the big kid, like the big fat guy.
Pushing 2 or 3.
But you lost the car, right?
No, yeah, so they impounded the car. I had to pay a shitload of money to get it out. My dad called and reported it stolen the next morning. Yeah, because they couldn't identify it.
So it worked.
Awesome, Dad.
So it worked.
It fucking worked.
Oh my god. That's ridiculous.
That's
Well done.
amazing.
I like that. That's awesome.
I'm gonna follow that.
What are we at 2 hours now?
Well, actually, I think Jay wants to leave. That's
Oh yeah.
Wanna kill?
We can finish this another time.
Wrap it up.
That's a good story. I like that.
Saved by the bell.
any last things anybody wants
Hey,
to say?
find me on Instagram and then send me a DM.
Buy all my stuff, Shane Blair. Buy everything that says Shane Blair. except
Everybody's
for
got
porn.
stuff in their DMs. I don't have anything.
Check out Comedy Chow on Wednesdays on Hollywood
yeah,
Boulevard.
If you're gonna do acid, have the day off.
Have the day off.
Have the day. Maybe
Don't
2.
have work later.
Maybe 2 days.
No
You
reason.
work at the Improv, then you're living a dream.
And watch out for Lil Arm's new mixtape produced by Kanye West. Nigga?
He's black. It's okay. He's black.
They don't know. Actually, no, they do know because of the customer service shit that I was talking about earlier.
Stupid. All right, that's a wrap.
That's it. Game over on this after hours edition of the Boardwalk Driving Podcast. Thanks for not looking at your phone while you're driving. Thanks for not killing a bunch of kids. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to this podcast. You can find us at www.boardwalkdriving.com, on Instagram at boardwalkdriving, on Twitter at BWD Podcasts, Facebook, there's a page somewhere. We're on YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, anywhere you can listen to podcasts. You can find ours. Come stop in at the Hollywood Improv. Come say hi and see some comedy. Alternatively, Wednesday nights, head on over to Hollywood Boulevard and check out Comedy Chow, headed up by my buddy Michael D'Angelo. He's the one that told the last story about running from the cops. So there's that. Stay tuned. Hopefully we got another episode coming out later this week, Wednesday or Thursday. Appreciate you guys. All right, bye. Thanks.